Thousands protest in Brazil against Bolsonaro's education cuts.
Here's a summary of the article.
Thousands of students and teachers have protested across Brazil against President Jair Bolsonaro's federal cuts in education spending. Union leaders called for a strike on Tuesday in the education sector, denouncing funding cuts from elementary schools to higher public education and plans to open federal universities to private investment. The government said it is implementing the cuts across the board and in an equal way. Demonstrators carried banners reading, "Bolsonaro, enemy of education," and chanting, come to the street against the cuts. Education is the future of our country, so I think it is important to come here and protest to send the message to the government that the students are in the street, the teachers are in the street and the workers are in the street. University student Eduardo de Oliveira Santos, 23, said. Alice Matos de Pina, a doctoral student at Rio de Janeiro's Federal University, said he wants the government of Bolsonaro to know that the budget cut is unpopular. Online news portal G1 registered events in 72 cities on Tuesday, but the turnout did not match the huge crowds that joined in similar protests in May. The latest cuts of $87 million happened in July, targeting school textbooks.
This post received a score of 9,220, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
The first plank in right-wing platforms, keep 'em stupid.
The first plank in Brazilian politics as a whole. Voting is mandatory in the country. If the population is kept stupid, they're easy to manipulate into voting for a certain candidate. I saw that in the past several elections.
It's simple in the US. Convince the hyper-religious that they will spend an eternity in hell if they ever vote for a Democrat because they murder babies. Those evangelicals will shoot themselves in the foot every single election, just because of that one issue alone. Throw in Obama is coming to get your guns, and the goons are hooked.
Fuck, here in Brazil they're doing both. Thanks God we don't have guns, even less in the streets. Our laws differentiate possession from carry. Carry, when you can carry the gun in the street, is very restricted and must be solicited and submitted to approval every time you will take it off the house, and even possession, where the gun can't leave the house, is restricted to a lot of psychologic tests, training, license and a plausible motive judged by a commission. But they are trying hard to change this.
Oh great, then you can have all the wackos in the country locked and loaded, just as we do.
I really wish that won't happen. 'Cause we all know they're just gonna blame video games.
He cuts everything. Education, human rights, trees.
My wrists.
Only by proxy.
Cut down the rainforest and cut education. Welcome to a conservative government. Sam Brownback did the same thing to Kansas when he was governor. The thing about all these protests, not that I'm against them, is that broadly everyone knew he was going to do this before he was elected, and then he was.
Sounds really familiar.
Trumpino. This guy sounds like the biggest cunt in the world.
He's an even worse cunt than Trump.
From what I've read and seen, they seem to be on the same level of cuntiness.
No, we take Trump any day over Bolsonaro. Any day. And #X2OOB. And #X2OOB. P.S. No refunds accepted.
Neoliberalism at its best. And a lot of suckers bought the message on the false promise that things would be safer.
And a lot of suckers bought the message on the false promise that things are more dangerous because of those people.
Elected right-wing politicians, fuck over the voters. Voters, surprised Pikachu face.
We're not even there yet. Voters are in "I'm being fucked and I like it" mode.
Education is the enemy of all autocratic regimes.
Literacy is the vaccine to oppression.
Surprised. Conservatives always attack education when they come into power. It's the only way they can make the values and morals make sense. They need to make stupid people first.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.